What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Screen Fiend. I'm Pam. This is episode 6, season 1 of Bridgerton. Last episode, we finally got Simon and Daphne to have a conversation. It was towards the end after they got married. I would have wished it would have been prior, but I understood why they didn't have it before, because they were scared, they were nervous, they were angry at themselves about thinking they trapped the other person. And then, amongst other things, you know how it's not like here, they can just have the conversation. People have to be in the room, blah, 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 whatever. But at the end of the day, they had the conversation. They realized that they do love each other and their intentions for one another is true. We also got Miss Eloise and the Queen Charlotte teaming up to figure out who Lady Whistledown is. We still see the struggle in Penelope coming to terms that maybe Colin and Marie will get together and she will lose out on the love of her life. We see Benedict getting into this world of arts and the art, or I should say arts, artistry, or I should say fine arts world, the artsy world, where it's not very proper. And I think he enjoys it. And that's really it. Because we didn't really see too much Anthony, thank God. But enough talking, let's get into episode 6. What do I think is going to happen in episode 6? I think we're going to see a lot of Eloise and Queen Charlotte trying to figure out Lady Whistledown. And we'll probably see a little bit more of Colin, the Colin, Penelope, and Marie thing. Oh, I didn't say it in the previous video that Colin pretty much proposed to Marie. And it's not going the way that Marie wants. She wants a quick wedding, and he's talking about we can let everybody know that we're engaged by the end of the season. So I want to see how she's going to finagle that. But let's get into the episode.
Dearest gentle reader, I must send felicitations to the new Duke and Duchess of Hastings. Congratulations and stamina as they embark on the most exhilarating time in a young couple's life.
How sweet. Ooh, Lord. Duke is rich,
course,
honey.
Talking of the honeymoon.
Honeymoon phase. What you always wanted. Nice quiet place in the country. Oh Lord, look at that.
I want to show you the bedroom.
Okay.
Yours or mine?
You truly believe that are separate rooms?
Thank you. This is not the Queen and King.
Stop, she'll see. Whatever will they think?
You're married. Who cares?
Pray, may I have everyone's attention?
Uh-oh.
I would like to make a small but rather important announcement.
Uh-oh.
I have happy news to impart.
Oh, no. Look at her.
I have asked Miss Marina Thompson
Marina.
to be my wife, and she has accepted.
Woo, look. Yeah, he's not like you two. 30 and unmarried in 1813. What? Look at her. Oh, no.
Did you know about this?
People are looking, dear.
Oh, she's pissed.
Congratulate the happy couple.
Yup. She's pissed.
You barely know the young lady. What on earth were you thinking?
I was thinking you would probably respond like this, and how little I would care to hear.
Do you think this is a joke? Poor mother was beside herself.
Mother seems perfectly happy to me. She congratulated us.
Look, I know you were still rather green, and that is my fault. I should have taken you to brothels when you returned home from Eton. So if this is simply a matter of wetting your wig...
You really are an ass, do you know that?
This is what comes of not sowing
Did
your
you
wild
call it
oats.
wet your wig?
Proposing to the first chick you set your cap at.
Enough! You insult me and you insult my intended. It is not my fault, nor Marina's, that you cannot fathom true attachment.
Thank you.
You were still a child.
Wow,
Colin.
that's insulting.
I'm older than Daphne, and you were happy to marry her.
It is not the same, you know it.
I know nothing of the sort.
Then you betray your immaturity.
If I caused Mother discomfort today, I am
But
sorry
Colin's
for it.
like
shall speak with her.
22?
The truth is, I do not require your permission to marry Miss Thompson. but I would very much prefer to have your blessing.
Every mama of the time keeps her daughter in total darkness about certain
Girl, stop talking.
diversions.
Do you?
Should they have told us what it was truly like, however would we get anything else done at all? And I look forward to exploring that particular land further.
Here we
I
are.
don't know about her.
Where
I
the
don't know about
former
her.
Duchess prefer to take tea with
She's a little tight.
My mama suggested I extend an invitation to the vicar first. I believe she is right.
Of course, Your Grace.
I look forward to
She's so
hosting
used
our
to
first
being the
ball,
person
but I believe it
to
would
be leader
prudent
and tell
to
everybody
wait
what to
until
do. Now she has someone telling her what to do. I think she's gonna have a problem with that.
Indeed, Your Grace.
See?
And I shall look at redecorating this room first.
You wish to redecorate? Certainly, Your Grace. There's to be a fair in the village this week. I took the liberty of offering it patronage on your behalf.
Most thoughtful of you, Mrs. Colson. Perhaps we might give the servants some time off to attend as well.
There is much to be done now that the Duke and yourself are in residence.
Oh, well, even more reason to allow them some respite then.
Look at her, see? She's not gonna be able to let go the reins.
The former Duchess. Yes.
She was beautiful.
Oh,
Thoughtful
his
too.
mommy.
Most proper. A perfect
Oh,
Duchess.
is that supposed to be a little shade? Ugh.
Where are we going?
Out!
So cute. See, you're happy, Simon. Of course it's raining. My wildest dream.
Like this. Tell me what you want.
She want babies.
He does.
He took the ribbon. Did you take the ribbon?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I literally saw him do it.
I did see something in your pocket. What is it?
Exactly, it's not fair. He does
Oh,
it
just
every
show.
time.
Just give it back.
Gregory,
Oh,
stop.
good morning.
Oh, Gregory is a little bad, little boy.
Morning, brother.
Colin, your engagement is in Whistledown.
Hyacinth.
What?
The mother is not.
It is.
Very well. Everyone else, I
Lady,
think.
Lady Bridgerton is not happy. Yup. It's time to excuse yourselves. Look, see? She's pissed.
I did say I was sorry.
I suppose I ought to be relieved I found out before Lady Whistledown.
Mother, I have been courting Miss Thompson all season. Perhaps you were so taken up by Daphne you failed to see it.
I knew you were flirting with her. But you flirt with plenty of young ladies. You always have, never in earnest.
Until now.
It is all happening so quickly. I'm not sure I've ever seen you so solemn and serious.
No one ever takes me seriously, except Marina.
That's not true, Colin.
I was not prepared to let another of you fly the nest so soon.
Never fear, Mother.
Lady Bridgerton, you got 8
You will
kids.
still have your hands full. Especially with Eloise.
Oh, God, Eloise.
Good luck with that one.
Do you think Colin will introduce us to his friends? Some of them are quite strapping.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure all of our fortunes are about to change.
Especially Colin's.
Ooh, she's putting a dig on her.
You look very lovely today, Penelope.
Don't mock me.
See, that's the meanness in Penelope.
It pains me you should think every compliment a mockery.
Do not pity me either.
I do not pity you, Penelope. I respect you. You have been a true friend since I arrived here, and I rely on your continued friendship and sympathy.
By continued silence, you mean?
See, you know what's crazy? Her
Thanks, Elizabeth.
sisters
Me, I cannot bear it.
are so unaware of her. They don't even realize
I never would have
how
been
much she
willing
cares for
to do
Colin.
this all-
Lady Bridgerton.
There you are, Lady Featherington. Miss Thompson.
It's lovely to see you, Lady Bridgerton.
You must call me Violet now. I insist.
Really?
It's not just delightful to know now that our families will be joined forever.
I do apologize, Lady Featherington. But first, there is a matter of your account. I was clear to your maids that your line of credit.
Allow me to stop you there. Our bills will be settled in full as soon as you've made Miss Thompson, soon to be Bridgerton, her gown, and the other items for her trousseau.
I'm afraid that is not possible.
Madame Delacroix, that reminds me, you have such a unique accent, and yet I've never asked where in France you're from.
Ma mère était française, vous savez. Et je ne suis pas bannée par votre numéro.
Oh.
Je n'aimerais pas que le Notre-Dame de bon ton soit honte ici.
Oh.
I believe Madame Delacroix will be somewhat more amenable to our requests now, Lady
Oh.
Featherington. Très bon. Très bon.
She's not French?
And what is the prize for the winner?
Why, slaughter, of course.
What? Yes, you're in a small town now, Daphne, not the city.
As the Duke has granted me the honour of opening our village fair with this contest, it is after careful consideration that I have decided
Daphne, don't do it.
that all 3 pigs have tied.
What?
I hereby decree every pig such a winner that none should be slaughtered.
Girl, they have to eat. What are you talking about? They're like, this woman don't know what she's doing.
Have you travelled at all beyond England, Miss Thompson? It has long been Colin's greatest ambition to travel the world.
Never. Though it is now a great...
Okay, so that's his ambition. Well, can do it.
In foreign parts. What think you, Lord Bridgerton?
I would not like to speculate.
Yes, indeed, I believe a honeymoon in foreign parts would be just the thing. Mr. Bridgerton, you might even make the most of this fine weather that we've been having if you choose to marry sooner rather than later.
Oh dear, what can the matter be? Oh dear, what can the matter be? Oh,
Look at mother. Look at his face. Why they have her singing?
Colin.
Oh my gosh, she's a horrible singer.
It's a rather delicate matter. I wish I did not have cause to raise it, but I believe you deserve to know.
Oh!
Is there something on my face? Has it been there all evening? It has, hasn't it? Sorry, go on.
I have wanted to talk to you since the engagement was announced, but we've always been in company.
So this is something about Marina?
Her heart belongs to another.
Ooh.
His name is Sir George Crane. He's a first son, a soldier. They grew up in neighbouring properties in the country. I am sorry, Colin, but I have seen their love letters. I felt you should know before it was too late.
Child.
You really are very good, you know.
Oh my God.
Do you think that I would care if she had fond feelings for another before we met? It would be rather rich of me, considering I've flirted with half the girls in London at one point or another.
No, you misunderstand. This was no mere flirtation. Marina loves this man. She loves him still.
And yet she's marrying me.
Have we moved the party to the corridor?
You know, it is peculiar. But the further I get from that pianoforte...
Come on, how does now everyone just like put the two together?
Ben, your mother's
It's
asking
weird. That's not a friend thing of concern. That's just not.
Do you like a basket? There's basket from Cliveden?
Oh, why is everybody so mean? What? What's going
Is
on?
something amiss? Mamma taught me it was tradition for the new Duchess to visit with gifts.
I believe it is proper.
Should I have worn a different dress? Or perhaps it signifies I'm high in the instead.
Oh my God,
Would you
what
like
a
basket
cutie
from
patootie.
Cliveden? There is bread and honey for the children.
Oh, you're too kind.
Perhaps I might ask your opinion on it.
She said, Your Grace, Your Grace.
How I might
What a
advise a
cutie.
duchess, I'm not sure.
I feel that I have done something to offend the village. I know I'm new to the role, but I cannot imagine what I have done wrong so soon. What?
It was the pigs.
Be honest.
You said that all 3 pigs won.
At the fair? I thought it the best outcome for everyone.
It is tradition that the winner is allowed to supply pork to Cliveden for the next year. Oh, it's a great number of pigs indeed. When you could not choose a winner, no farmer won the contract, nor the income to go along with it. Simply speaking, you
Oh.
I'll correct my mistake at once. I had no idea.
How could you have, Your Grace?
Your Grace?
Mrs. Coulson, do you have a moment? I know I have made some mistakes.
Yeah, set her
since I
straight.
arrived. My mother taught me a great deal about being mistress of a household, but I'm not sure either of us ever imagined a house as grand as this one.
Master Simon, beg your pardon, His Grace, his childhood was not always easy. After the death of my late mistress...
Oh, she's gonna tell her.
London.
Do you mean to say that Simon grew up here on his own?
Oh, we did our best to take care of him, to mind him as his mother would have wanted.
Of course you did. The late Duke
So did Lady Danbury live there with him?
to have struggled so after her death. Was it not a happy marriage then?
Right.
It was strained.
Is she gonna go to get those letters from Marina's room? Yup. She's gonna get the letters. Oh, sugar. Uh-oh.
Penelope, what are you...
Does she know it's fake?
How dare you?
Look at the signature on Sir George's last letter, and this one from many months ago.
So?
So they are not the same. The slant of the lettering, it is all wrong.
Penelope, I'm tired. I have...
This one. It was in the drawer in the back of Mamma's desk. She or even Mrs. Varley, they practiced George's signature, but even they couldn't get it perfect. That last letter, the one where he broke your heart, it was a forgery. Marina.
This changes nothing.
Oof. This is gonna be really difficult. She's burning
Where's
the
your bag
letters.
packed? Tell me you're not going to Gretna Green.
You love him.
What?
No, it makes
Thank
sense
you.
now. Your objections, your
Thank you.
You know not of what you speak.
I believe I know
Yes.
so much more than you, Pen. If I am to be the
Thank
executioner of this childish infatuation, then so be it. Your love is an unrequited fantasy.
Ooh.
Colin sees you as you are and regards you no differently than he does Eloise, or even little Hyacinth.
Now, if she goes and does something on Lady Whistledown, are you really gonna be mad about it? Not me.
Are you ready for bed, my dear?
I believe I am.
Okay, the room just lit on up. There you go. You're in control. I remember this. He shot the club up.
I'd hoped it was not true. I'd hoped I was mistaken, but you lied to me.
I did not lie.
I trusted you. I trusted you more than anyone in this world, and you took advantage. You seized an opportunity, and so I took the very same.
I told you I cannot give you children.
Cannot and will not are two entirely different things. You what? You love me? No, you most certainly do not. You do not know the meaning of the word. You do not lie to the one you love. You do not trick the one you love. You do not humiliate the one you love.
All is fair in love and war, but some battles leave no victor.
Yup.
Only a trail of
Oh,
broken
God.
ships that makes us wonder if the price we pay is ever worth the fight. For what thing is more
because
fragile
of Pen.
than the human heart?
She needs her friend to break down. Oh, Pen.
The bond between
How does
man
anyone
and
not
bride
see her feelings for him?
sacred.
I was so
But I
oblivious
must
to
tell
her.
you, I have learned that a grave fraud is afoot.
His hair looks cut.
As if the Featheringtons did not have enough to be dealing with, Miss Marina Thompson is with child.
Ooh, she did do it! Oh my God. She did do it.
And she has been, from the very first day she arrived in our fair city.
Oh no. All right, so that was episode 6. This episode didn't particular like center around Simon and Daphne. I felt like this episode was more for Colin, Marina, and Penelope. So I'll just get like Simon and Daphne out of the way. Of course, you know, Daphne and Simon arrive at his countryside home where his servants are there. They're pretty excited to be there, but I'm going to say she's like the housemaid. She's not particularly like happy that they're there. And I don't know if it's because now her routine won't be her routine anymore. She has to adjust to pretty much taking orders from somebody when she pretty much was given the orders. I think that's her problem. But later on, you know, she sits down with Daphne. Daphne just has a conversation with her because Daphne doesn't feel that she likes her. And she just tells her, you know, like, we pretty much raised Simon here by himself. His father was always in London. His mother died when he was a kid, you know, and he just lived a lonely life. And pretty much that, you know, the father wasn't very nice. So she's learning these things. But as they're in their honeymoon phase, she just noticed little things like while they're having sex. Like he pretty much does not in her. So, and she doesn't know what it is. She knows there's something wrong, but she doesn't know exactly what it is because look, listen, she was a virgin prior to that. She didn't have any knowledge. And you saw in the previous episode after she got married, she had a conversation with her mom and her mom just could not tell her how it went. She was just giving these weird analogies. It was crazy instead of just being honest with her. So then she has a sit down with Rose. First of all, I did not know that was Rose. I don't know why I feel like Rose looked different from this episode to the episode when they got married. I don't know why she looks so different to me. But she sits down with Rose and she's like, Rose, tell me, how do women become with child? And she said, don't hold back. Tell me how it is. And she pretty much finds out that Simon is not. So she takes it upon herself like, She gonna take control, honey, just to see exactly how it is. And what Rose told her was true. And she's really, really upset with Simon. She's like, oh, you lied to me. I don't necessarily think he lied to her. He said he cannot give her children. And she thought because he just couldn't have children, which, yes, he should have expressed it a little bit more, but I feel like he doesn't want to tell people why he's so bitter. He just keeps it to himself. Like I said, I understand when she's upset, and I get it, but Daphne, you still wanted to marry him. Even though he said he couldn't give you children, you still wanted to marry him. And see, this is the thing. This is the thing, because it's happening. It happened then, and it's happening now. Women sometimes, the men is telling the woman, listen, I know this is going longer than what I thought it would. Women really think they could change a man's mind. And sometimes it happens, but a lot of times it doesn't. And I think somewhat in the back of her mind that she could possibly still be a mom. You know, yes, she assumed that he couldn't have children, but I know she had a little bit of hope in the back of her mind, in the back of her heart, that maybe she will be a mom. And I think that's why she was like really, really upset. But anyway, that's what was going on with them. Let's see if they have a conversation. About what happened, and they can resolve the issue. But let's get into the real deal, the real three that was centered in this episode, and that is Colin, Marina, and Penelope. So we all know that Colin proposed to Marina, and they were going to announce it after the season. But then they were in the garden and they announced it. And when I tell you Lady Bridgerton was not happy, she was not happy. And I don't think it's because Colin is young. Because come on, Colin's like 22 or something like that. Yeah, he's young, but you guys married young back then. So I'm not sure why they were too upset. I don't know, maybe because she didn't see him courting a girl, and maybe because he didn't come to her expressing his feelings for her. I'm thinking it's maybe that's why she was a little upset. Anthony. Y'all already know how I feel about Anthony. I could not believe Anthony was saying those things to Colin. Like, oh, you're too young. You don't know what you're doing. And maybe I should have took... This line just is gonna stick in my head for I don't know how long. Oh, I should have took you to the brothel where you got your wick wet. Everybody's not like you, Colin. Everybody doesn't sleep with opera singers or dressmakers like Benedict. Colin's not like that, and it's okay. If he doesn't want to go out there and sow his oats before he meets the woman, that's perfectly fine. He doesn't have to be like you. And that really irritated me about about Anthony. Like, are you serious? And pretty much he didn't give Colin his blessing, but Colin told him straight up, he was like, I don't need your blessing. He's like, I would like for you to accept it and be happy for us, but I don't need your permission and I don't need your blessing. Point blank, period. So him and Marina, they discuss about going to some town on the outskirts, I'm assuming, of London and getting married. So they agreed with that in secret. You just see Penelope. She is going through it. The love of her life is slipping away from her. And she just can't take it. To the point where they're having a dinner. Colin, I'm assuming, goes upstairs to maybe go to the bathroom. And she follows him. And she's like, listen, she loved someone else. And, you know, she is not being honest with you. And he's just like, okay, I don't care if she used to love someone else. Like, I'm not surprised. Like, I'm not the only person that I assume that she ever been in love with, and it's perfectly fine. She's marrying me. I'm okay with it. So Penelope is just like panicking because she thought that she can get him to cut the engagement that way. But nope. And she's just freaking out. She's holding it in, but she's freaking it out. And what really upsets me about people, I've said this before about her, she likes to be in the shadows where people don't pay attention to her as much. And they don't, because they don't see that this girl is in love with this boy. It's so crazy to me how nobody sees that. And because she meddled so much into Colin and Marina's engagement or whatever, courting, whatever they were doing, Marina finally sees it. Because why? Because Penelope goes into Marina's room to look at those letters. And when she not confronts, but she lets Marina know that the last letter that she received was actually from Lady Featherington, Marina didn't even care. She was just like, okay, that changed nothing. He has not written to me, so we're going to continue on doing what I'm doing. And then it clicks in her brain that Penelope is in love with Colin. I'm like, finally, how can someone not see that? This woman is sitting in the corner and she's just like hyperventilating because she is losing out on a man that she's loved for a really long time. Yeah, so now that Marina knows that Penelope is in love with Colin, she's just pretty much taking the gloves off. She's like, listen, no offense, but I'm going to hurt your feelings and crush your heart because you're not going to jeopardize what me and my child may have in the future. Like, it's not going to happen. And I knew it. I knew that Penelope was going to go the route that she did. And what did she do? Boop. She told the whole entire city that Marina is pregnant. Marina or Marine? Marine. I think it's Marine. She told the whole entire city Marine has been pregnant since she arrived in London. Boom, 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 boom. Drop that bomb. Boom. And I want to know what's going to happen. I want to know what's going to happen. Because Lady Featherington, she didn't seem upset, but it was kind of like a I told you so kind of face to Marine. And Lady Bridgerton is just like, this is the girl you're gonna marry right here. This chick is pregnant. That's why she's been rushing to marriage. So I'm really curious about what's gonna happen in episode 6. I think they're gonna continue to drag out the conflict between Simon and Daphne. That's just inevitable. But Marine, Penelope, and Colin, woo woo, woo woo. I'm so curious to see what's gonna happen with that. And also with Eloise and Queen Charlotte. Like what steps are they gonna take for her to figure out who Lady Whistledown is? So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications. Let's start the conversation about this episode down below in the comment section. And I will see you guys in the next one. Toodaloo!